I know people only use approximately 10% of their brain, but switching lobes. Urban infidel. Wrong sex hormones are bad for mental, emotional health.
Yeah.
Fairy Tale Lane, ID, ego, super ego. You mean id, ego. That's psychology 101. Id, ego, super ego. Bo Peep, with their amount of intelligence, they could have been making big money, so the path they chose makes no sense other than just being angry and mean. Yes, Bo Peep. Isn't that amazing? People are really smart if they use their skills for good things instead of bad things. They could and would be extremely successful, but it wasn't to be in the case of this cult. I want to play a little bit of this here, but back to the actual shooting.
21, and who is believed to be from Washington State, has been charged by criminal complaint with one count of using a deadly weapon while assaulting a U.S. Border Patrol agent and one count of using and discharging a firearm during and in relation to that assault. Her initial court appearance has not yet been scheduled. Now, according to the charging affidavit, during the afternoon of January 20th, Monday, a U.S. Border Patrol agent initiated a traffic stop of a Toyota Prius on I-91 in Coventry, Vermont. The car was occupied by Youngblood and a man who was a citizen of Germany and whose immigration status was in question. Youngblood and her companion had come to the attention of law enforcement a few days earlier when a hotel employee in Lyndonville, Vermont, expressed concerns about them being dressed in tactical clothing and protective gear while also being armed. Law enforcement also observed the couple in the Prius earlier that Monday at a Walmart parking lot in Newport, Vermont. At that time, the German man was seen wrapping unidentifiable objects with aluminum foil while seated in the vehicle here. Fox News Digital obtained some of these images of the Prius in question. Now, they say, according to the affidavit, during the January 20th vehicle stop, both Youngblood and her companion were armed. During the stop, she fired her handgun without warning toward at least one of the Border Patrol agents while outside the vehicle. Her German companion also tried to draw a firearm, and at least one Border Patrol agent fired his service weapon. The exchange of gunfire resulted in Border Patrol agent David Mayland sustaining fatal injuries. Youngblood and her companion were also shot. The German man was pronounced dead at the scene, and she was taken to the hospital for medical care. They say the investigation into this incident is ongoing. It's being led by the FBI with substantial assistance from the Vermont State Police and ATF in connection with Homeland Security investigations, HSI, U.S. Border Patrol, the Newport Police Department, and Orleans County, Vermont Sheriff's Department as well. So wanted to...
So what you see on the scene there, too, was robots because they were afraid that there were bombs.
Explosive. Sure.
So, yes, some of you folks asked for the names of these folks. I don't have, like, mug shots, but this is the best we can do there. Teresa Youngblood, she's the one, you see her on the left there. She fired at the Border Patrol officer, David Maland, killing him. Next to her is Maximilian Schneider, and next to him is Felix Buchholz. He was killed in the car stop by the Border Patrol. And, of course, that's Border Patrol David Maland. And then we have the Ziz up top, whose name is, I get it.
Jack Lasota.
Jack Lasota. And he is in the winds right now. He is not apprehended. And the police are looking for him, as well as they're looking for Michelle Jacqueline Zako. So the manhunt is on for those two, but everyone else in this case is either in jail or dead that we know of. I'm sure there's more members of this cult that we're unaware of that haven't been put in the public eye either on this case or other cases. So again, folks, if you're not subscribed, hit that red subscribe button on the screen. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Share us with your friends and your family. Anyway, I think this was interesting. A lot of things came to light that we didn't at first know. It's strange to me, Mike, and I'm sure to you, why Teresa Youngblood is not being charged with first-degree murder. That I just don't understand.
Billy, it doesn't make any sense to me because you've got her in custody, and poor David Maitland was fatally wounded at that and then died a short time later in the hospital. That's murder. So therefore, you got her. Why you wouldn't charge her with murder of a federal officer? I don't know. It seems rather strange. There's a lot that the FBI isn't releasing. They are very, very anally retentive. They don't talk. They keep their cards to themselves. But I'm sure there's probably a darn good reason why they aren't doing that, charging her with murder. But it's only a matter of time before they do. She has not yet been indicted by a federal grand jury, and I think that would be the appropriate time for charging her with murder.
Absolutely.
Mike, were the charges state level or federal level? The charges of the
Federal level right now.
They were federal.
Yeah,
Okay.
all federal.
So they're probably going to impanel a federal grand jury, like you said. And
Right.
I'm certain that those charges will be coming following. I mean, whether or not her bullet actually killed him or it was the partner, whatever it is, during the commission of that, that felony and acting in concert. So she's going to get hit with that murder charge for sure. At some point.
Absolutely. I guess that's your final thoughts, guys, right?
Oh, I want to give a final thought here.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick. I mean, to think about Felix Buchholz, he was a quantitative trader, extraordinarily smart. He receives a special U.S. O1A visa, and the visa says for extraordinary ability in science, education, business, or athletics. That's why he came into this country. Where did he go off the rails? I mean, this is someone that was extremely bright, extremely intelligent, probably had a great future in the stock market, trading, whatever it may be. And at some point, perhaps messing around or experimenting with LSD wound up going off the rails, but it's a really, really sad situation. He's now dead. He can't tell us anything, but I'm sure that the investigation will lead to some of those answers. Again, thoughts and prayers for Border Patrol agent David Milan and his family.